So most of the questions you're going to have, Emma, are from fans, your fans all across the globe.
That's amazing.
Do you think rappers from the continent get the same amount of respect or lifespan as their US counterparts?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a tough genre to focus in for Nigerian artists.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful genre. One of my favorite rappers of all time, DMX. You know, I remember, my soul's rest in peace, he has a line where he says, I wasn't given the chance of being a child with a father. My only talent is being able to survive when it gets harder. My balance in the high beams of life keep my dreams aflight, and that's why I hit the streets at night. I remember as a 15-year-old kid hearing that and feeling his pain.
Yep.
And that's why hip hop is important, and we should support our African rappers. Support them with everything you have. When I see people like yourself, when I see people like Irony Mashawn, when I see Ayeni the Great, when I see Efe Omoregbe, when I see Obi Asika, Audu Mekori, Tola Dunsi, Kenny, when I see D1, when I see
You naming all the legends.
Sunday Are, when I see these people, what I understand is that you can be part of building the ecosystem in a real way,
Right.
without knowing what it's going to cost you, or you can decide to just take and keep for yourself. And I don't know how history is going to judge me for that, but I know that internally what I set out to do was to be part of building the ecosystem.
Right.
You know, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of seeing, you know, what Chocolate City has gone on to become. I'm proud of the fact that my manager, a kid that shouldn't have had a chance, is now the CEO of a record label, you know?
You've tapped into tech so early, okay? You're currently doing something where, let me get this right, it's called Vote, right? Vote Hill.
Yeah.
And I think you're designing a new metaverse for
Yeah.
them. So tell us more about that,
Yeah.
because some of us.
Now what we're going to is what is known as Web 3.0.
Wow.
And what that is that instead of us being outside, because when I do an Instagram video, I'm outside the phone.
Yes.
And you are also outside the phone. We're exchanging through a platform. What Web 3.0 is the idea that we're going to use virtual reality equipment to be inside the world.
Right.
So yes, y'all, they call me MI Mr. Incredible, short black boy, African rapper #1. What's up, my people? How far? And you are watching How Far with Sheila O. Stay tuned in, yo. Let's go. Peace.
It's the Afrozons show, and this is How Far.
Chilling with my girl Sheila O. How far?
And How Far with Sheila O.
Sheila O. On How Far?
How Far?
How Far?
You're watching How Far with my main person.
Sheila O, baby. Tune into How Far.
The only place where hip hop is Afro. The whole package together. Then you had to kill them with DKT. No, stop it.
This is Femi Kuti. Tune into Sheila O on How Far. Ororororo. You will not regret it.
Watch How Far with Sheila O. Fridays and Mondays at 10:30 p.m. GMT +1 on HIPTV, DSTV. Powered by Star Rattler and Beirut.
Okay, let's go back to your questions. I have Linda from LA, Los Angeles. She said she once read that you had no interest in having kids.
Wow.
And she's asking for a friend. Linda, I get you. You know, she wants to know if your position has changed on this.
Yeah.
Would you be having kids in the future?
If it happens,
Yes.
I intend to be the best father I can be.
That's right.
I think the comment I made about children was just around the fact that if you drive around Nigeria, you will see millions of children begging. And I was like, this idea that children are a gift from God and we should have more kids needs to be ransacked in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Just because we haven't taken good enough care of the children that we have.
That's right.
You know,
bring
and
in
so
more.
we need to start thinking about it. What does it mean to bring a child in? What is the child going to see? What water are they going to drink? What electricity are they going to be around? What school will they go to? If you don't think about all those things and you're hoping that someone will take care of you or that vibes will... I'm working so hard right now to make sure that if I have the opportunity to have a son or a daughter, oh my
So
God.
is it a pipeline?
It's, well, I guess you could say that technically. My rapper brain said it's in the pipeline. It's in the pipeline. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you back now, and I really hope you don't, because this is how far with Sheila O. So I'm going to give you some hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
This is for me now. Emma, in my eyes, you're great at what you do. Okay, and I say this publicly, you know, you're a lyrical genius. At the very start of the show, I talked about, you know, sitting with Manifest in Ghana, sitting with Nosike in South Africa, and I said to Nosike, which I'm going to ask you later, top 5. I think I just said top 3 or something like that. First thing that came out of Nosike's mouth was, am I?
Wow.
He's from South Africa.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He didn't, before he started saying the Caspers, the whatever, I'm just saying the kind of legacy that you've set for yourself. So, this is now one part. The second part now is Nas. Love him. I know you have respect for him. But I want to know what led to your label. I'm not going to say you. Your label. What led to your label wanting to sue Nas? Because you guys have so much connectivity that it bothered me. So to hear it from you means a lot. So can you let us know what happened?
Yeah, I mean, the truth about it is that we had and have no interest in suing Nas. Right. You know how contracts are.
Yep.
There was an agreement. What I can see today is that if we had gone through you,
we don't have happened.
problem no for day.
No day. No possible.
But we don't follow correct road. We go follow corner road. So, and when you're trying to resolve things like that, both legal teams must frame it in a certain way. And I think it's that framing that people heard. I have the absolute respect for Nas. He is not just on the Mount Rushmore of hip hop, but he's continued. I mean, if you only knew Nas from the year 2000, you would have missed most of what he's done.
That's right.
But from the year 2000 till now, is still one of the most iconic artists of all time.
Yes.
The music he's putting out now with Hit Boy, his forays into entrepreneurship. I remember like one of the cool things he did was it's a brand called Bevel Blades, and he supported them. He's investing. Some of his investments are starting to come out now. You know, people are seeing like he's the guy, and maybe, you know, if I have the opportunity to work with him again, you know, I would absolutely jump at it. You know, he's an icon.
So that's here. I was the first to bring him out here to Africa. We were in the same hotel, you know, and he's a great guy. So yes, there'll be future working between both of you.
When is the book coming out? By the way? We need the book.
You know, in the US, it's all about the battles now, the verses. You know, Swiss Beats and Timberland put that together. I know they sold it now, but there was this major outburst in the US about it. So if the verses were to be over here, or you were to come over to the States for the verses, top 3, who you think you would like to go one-on-one with the verses?
This is a US rapper?
US rapper. You're coming to them now, so who would you like to, like, you know what, I'm gonna like to do a verse with you, like you go, I go.
Yeah.
Like we had DMX, who did DMX verse with? He did it with Snoop. So
if it comes down to the verses, what I'm talking about now.
Not the rap battles, the verses.
Yeah, okay, if you're comparing songs, the truth about it is that American artists just have a bigger platform. But I have a secret weapon, which is the Nigerian public.
You got the population.
Nigerians don't lose at anything.
Loyal.
So whoever the rapper is, unless they were like an icon, would just have a tough day because you are dealing with Nigerians. The Nigerian fan base would show up. Absolutely. We don't let our own down.
No, we don't.
But if you're talking about now, saying we're gonna listen, like I think when the Locks and Dipset did it, it wasn't about hits, it was about actual raps now.
Yes.
And if it came down to raps, it'd be tough for anybody to go like the MI catalog. What are you talking about?
I know, right? I know, right?
Illegal Music 2, Illegal Music 3.
Tell
Talk
them.
about it. Rendezvous, MI2. Come on, it'll be tough.
It'll be tough, right?
And the range is scary. No, so if it's just verses, there's a handful of people I wouldn't go there with. Eminem, Jay, Nas. I'm thinking about guys that are active and still alive. Kendrick.
Why can't you go through it with Kendrick?
Kendrick is just a different beast. Like
he is a beast.
He
but so are you, Emma.
Yeah, he attacks raps in a unique way. So if you go against him, you have to be ready. You know, there are guys, there are Big Sean, there are a lot of guys that can really rap. But I'll tell you something. If they say we're not worried about popularity, they're saying verses.
Yes, verses.
Come and rap your verse. Let's hear.
Popularity. Lyrics.
Let's go. We go.
You good?
put them on. We
You
go,
ready?
We go. I did. I
All
did.
right.
I
Okay.
did.
Greatest of all times, rap, top
Yo,
three.
top
Greatest
three?
all-time rap that is from MI's lips now. The greatest all time.
And this is the correct.
Alive or dead?
This is the correct greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time.
This list is unarguable with.
That's okay.
Okay. The number one greatest hip hop artist of all time goes by the name Sean Carter, Jay-Z. He's had an amazing catalog, an amazing legacy. He's up there lyrically, he's up there storytelling.
Yep.
He's iconic on both ends. He's impacted culture, brought on producers. He's still impacting culture at 57 years old.
That's right.
And going, still drops timeless verses every time he does it, as he did from Reasonable Doubt. He has to be the GOAT. The number two artist of all time has to be Tupac Shakur. Now, people have an argument because when they talk about lyricism, they feel that there are people that can be up there.
Right.
But what Tupac represented literally is like the liquid essence of hip hop.
That's right.
Like when you saw Tupac, you felt hip hop. When he spoke, you felt what
Poet.
that culture called hip hop was. The tattoos, the bandana, the way he looked, the way he spoke. The fact that he could be ignorant in 1 second and then completely intellectually deep in the next second talking to you.
Black
he was
excellence.
fearless. That is hip hop.
That's
Tupac
right.
was the physical living embodiment of hip hop. The number three artist of all time.
All time.
And this is tough because you gotta think about Nas, because Nas is still doing it.
Nasir.
But we have to pay homage to the birthplace, to the mother of hip hop,
That's right.
the womb from which
Hip hop was birthed.
hip hop emerged. And so from that cradle, we must ask, is there a king? And there is a guy, Christopher Wallace, Notorious B.I.G., and what he represented for hip hop.
That's right.
The way he would rap, and even his story, standing on the corner, literally, like B.I.G. literally embodies how hip hop went from the park onto radio.
That's
Like,
right.
If you understand B.I.G.'s story, you understand the story of hip hop. The break beats, those large groups of people where the b-boys are dancing,
Right.
and the graffiti artists are doing their thing, and it's about knowledge, and it's about enlightenment, and all these philosophies are being discovered.
That's
It's
right.
like almost like you read about like early Greek society where Socrates is talking and
That's
Plato is
right.
writing. That's what it was. That's what I feel it was in New York.
Yep.
And B.I.G. just soared above everyone else lyrically, and in a short period of time, the bodies of work he put out are unparalleled. So, to me, this is the definitive list.
I know I did say three, but let's give the South something.
Okay, if I have to pick someone from the South,
Someone from the South to balance it out. Greatest
it's
of
a
all
tough one,
time.
man. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. This is not the greatest. The greatest is Wayne from the South. But I think that talking about Scarface, you're talking about T.I., you're talking about, I'm gonna say that Andre 3K, this is my personal choice, Andre 3K, because as a lyricist, I have never
He's another beast.
I've never looked at someone's verses and said, how
Yeah.
on earth did this human being think these connections of words? Like when Andre 3K drops a verse, every rapper stops.
You're going to go think it through.
No matter who you are.
That's right.
We all stop. And so I'm not putting him there because I think he's the greatest, because what Lil Wayne has done, what Lil Wayne has
Wayne
done.
Burton,
you know,
Drake, and
then the
Nicki,
South
and all
is,
the others,
South
like
is
and
an
himself.
incredible. There's so many people from the South,
So many.
so many. But Ross, I mean, come on.
list
So,
is
but
endless,
I'll
right?
put 3K as a personal favorite of
With
mine.
3K as a personal favorite. Okay, so what about you, Emma? What's happening with music now? We know incredible music is
Yeah.
coming out. We know your future plan is to just birth a lot of talent under that. But what about MI?
Yeah.
What about MI, the talent? What's coming out for you? Music, what's the plan? Who you want to collaborate with? Because you just can't just go behind the scenes to build the geniuses when there's already, you got so much more to give.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm putting you on the hot seat,
Yeah.
but you got so much to give. What's happening? When's your album coming out? Tell us.
Yeah. So
How you feeling?
I want to ask, you guys are here, you're watching.
Yes.
I'm talking to my big sis now. My album is coming out in May.
That's right. This
This is
year?
another exclusive.
This year?
Yes, this year.
2022?
2022 May.
That's what's up.
And I want to finish the story because I want to be able to be said that there was a special lyricist from Africa.
That's right.
And that he was recognized as an embodiment of what Africans can achieve. The way Wiz is doing,
Yes.
the way Burna is doing, the way Giannis Antetokounmpo is doing,
Yes.
the way
So proud of Giannis.
yeah, Idris Damson is doing, the way,
Yes.
you know, the way all our African brothers and sisters are doing. I want to be able to say, and from hip hop category.
Right.
When they're talking, they say from music, they say from hip hop, is there anyone? So help me to finish the story right this year because my album is coming out. It's called The Guy. This is an exclusive.
This is an
Nobody
exclusive,
knows.
oh.
I'm giving it's called The Guy.
Yes.
And I'm ready. It's a beautiful project. I'm so excited about
Beautiful.
it. I can't wait for it to come out. Yeah.
I got you.
Yes.
One last one before I let you go, Emma. I told you in the very start as well, not only did I sit with Nasty C, because he's doing stuff right now, the label's out there in the States, you know, the label reached out when they saw that we would be playing his stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Manifest,
Yeah.
you know, reached out to Manifest and stuff, and we had an interview as well. So let's take it back to the continent. You know, we talked about the US, hip hop, the founders. Let's take it back to Africa now. When I asked Manifest, I said, Manifest, who you gonna go toe to toe with in Africa? He was like, well, it's just me. I was like, okay, nice, I hear that. I want to ask you, in the continent, because do you think that Nigeria has lost that hip hop ledge after you? It's now just Afrobeats, and Ghana has taken it over, or South Africa? You know what I mean? After you, who's taking this mantelpiece now for hip hop? Not Afrobeats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I don't know. I mean, so you have to respect Ladipo and what he did last year.
True.
Ladipo had a monster year.
He did have a monster year.
Maybe had a candidate for the song of the year. Well, I mean, Whiskey sports it for everyone, you know, with
He
Essence.
Afrobeats.
Yeah,
He
that's true.
Afrobeats,
But,
yes.
but I'm saying that Ladipo had a candidate for song of the year.
He did.
You know, with feeling, and spitting bars. You know, big bag. I love Poe. And Fowles has just had an amazing run,
Yes.
back to back to back. South Africa, I think, is just more natural to hip hop culture, but I don't think there have been rappers in the last 2-3 years that have been, from a continental level, have been at the same level of the Nigerian guys. I don't think. This is just me being objective. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
3 years ago it was different. Clearly,
Yes.
it was South Africa. It was
Yes.
Casper, Nasty, AKA. They were
Doing
running
their
things.
things,
And then you can never count out Sarkodie, Manifest. They're there. You also, when you go to the east, you got to think about Calligraph Jones.
That's
Who
right.
is bubbling and doing his great things
Doing
there.
his thing in East
You know what
Africa. That's right.
But I think for the last 2-3 years, I think the Nigerians is come back home.
Come back home.
Where it should be.
Where it should be.
Poe is there, you know. And then also there's
Right.
a friend of mine called AQ. He's not as platformed as everybody else,
Right.
but just from a content point of view, oh my
Right.
God, AQ is a beast. Black Bones, you know. So I think we're good.
So you think we're good?
Squad
You
is
think it's come
heavy.
back to-
Squad is heavy.
Squad is heavy?
Yeah, the squad is
okay,
heavy.
that's what's up. So last thing, Emma, so what's in the future plans for you, bro?
Collaboration. I'm going to turn this question to just talk about you and all the amazing stuff. Honestly, because we were talking about collaboration. For me, it's
Yes.
Task, it's incredible music.
Yes.
But I want to just say that I want to give you your flowers. Because any conversation we have about building Afrobeats cannot be complete. You know, I was talking about Wayne, all these
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
You have to talk about Sheila Okonji and what
I
you've done.
appreciate it.
And what I'm going to be doing in the future
What we
is-
gonna be doing in the
yes,
future?
is learning, listening, learning, and doing what you're doing.
I appreciate
Continuing
it.
to grow our
Oh,
culture.
Emma. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Emma, I have so much love and respect
Thank
for
you.
you know your family for life.
absolutely.
And thank you for doing How Far with
Yeah.
Sheila. Oh, it means a great deal to me. I've been chasing him for this.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
We got so bad I got on the phone myself. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
Emma,
yeah,
let's do this, fam. Because I knew he had so
Yeah.
much wisdom to share. The show is nationally syndicated. Big shout out to all of you who push in the culture. Thank you so much for the love you have for How Far with Sheila O and Afrozons. Afrozons. My people in the UK, I love you. My guys in America, I love you. Thank you so much. Until next time, it's Africa to the world. Stay positive and tell bad energy to stay far away. It's Africa to the world. Let's go, let's get it. Afrozons show, and this is How Far.
Chilling with my girl Sheila O. How far?
In the How Far with Sheila O.
Sheila O. On How Far?
How Far.
You're watching Alpha with my main person.
Sheila O, baby. Tune into How Far.
The only place where hip hop is that broken. They're all packaged together. Then you had to kill them with DKT. No, stop it.
La 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 la, this is Femi Kuti. Tune into Sheila O on How Far. Ororororo, you will not regret it.
Watch How Far with Sheila O. Fridays and Mondays at 10:30 p.m. GMT +1 on HIPTV, DSTV. Powered by Star Rattler and Beirut.